Breaking news. Big moves are happening in Las Vegas, and the Raiders might have just hit the jackpot with their newest draft class. What we're seeing from these rookies is raising eyebrows across the NFL. Could this be the fresh start the Raiders have been waiting for? Stay with us because what you're about to hear might just change how you see this team heading into the new season. With rookie minicamp, OTAs, and mandatory minicamp now complete, a new energy is flowing through the Las Vegas Raiders camp. There's a buzz, a feeling. Something is different this time. The Raiders' front office, led by new leadership, is starting to believe they may have found something special. Their latest draft class isn't just good, it might be game-changing. From what we're hearing inside the building, this group of rookies is already turning heads. Some of them are making such a strong impression that they could become starters from day one. Let's start with one name that keeps popping up: Dont'e Thornton. At 6 feet 5 inches with blazing speed, Thornton is already drawing major comparisons. Some even say he reminds them of stars like DK Metcalf and Calvin Johnson. Big praise. And according to early reports, he's not just hype, he's delivering on the field. Raiders coaches see him as a serious weapon, someone who can stretch the field, make plays, and bring a whole new layer to this offense. But Thornton's not the only one. Other names like Caleb Rogers and Darian Porter are also shining. These young players are hungry, confident, focused, and it shows. Training camp is still ahead, and that's when the real battles begin. Pads come on. Pressure builds. But right now, the signs are very promising. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss any Raiders updates. We've got a lot more news coming your way. Now, let's get back to the action. This rookie class has the potential to reshape the future of the Raiders. The competition will be intense. The expectations are rising, and if these young guys keep showing up the way they have, Las Vegas might be heading into a new era, one that's faster, tougher, and finally built to win. So here's the big question. Which rookie will make the biggest impact this season? Not named Ashton Genty. Could it be Darian Porter, the rising cornerback with speed and grit? Maybe Dont'e Thornton, the towering wideout who's already turning heads? Or possibly Jack Beck, the tough, reliable receiver who's quietly climbing the ranks? The competition is heating up fast in Las Vegas. When you look at this roster, one thing stands out. Nearly every rookie they drafted is already pushing for a spot. Some are fighting to start, others are right behind the starters, ready to step in. And that says a lot about this draft class. It wasn't just about filling holes, it was about building depth, raising standards, and bringing in talent that can contribute immediately. Take Dont'e Thornton, for example. A few weeks ago, he was considered a possible wide receiver 4 or wide receiver 5. Now, he's seriously in the mix for wide receiver 2. His size, speed, and playmaking ability are undeniable. Coaches see it, teammates feel it, and the fans, they're excited. Then there's Jack Beck, a guy who might not start right away, but he's already shown that he can be trusted as a backup receiver. Dependable, physical, and smart. Exactly the kind of player you need in crunch time. Tommy Mellott, a former quarterback, has surprised a lot of people. He's adjusted quickly and is now working with the second team. And that's a huge leap in just a short time. On the offensive line, names like Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers are moving up fast. Grant is holding down the backup left tackle spot, and Rogers is pushing at right guard. Both are showing that they belong. And while Cam Miller is currently quarterback 3, don't sleep on him. Whispers around the league suggest the Raiders may consider moving on from Aiden O'Connell if the right trade offer comes along. That could open the door for Miller to rise even faster. On defense, Ashton Genty is already locked in as a Day 1 starter. But he's not alone. Free agency brought in veteran talent like Jermaine Pratt, Devin White, Eric Stokes, and Jeremy Chin, all proven names who will make this defense tougher, faster, and more physical. Still, don't overlook Darian Porter. He's not a big name yet, but he plays like he wants to be one. Once those pads come on in training camp, watch him climb the depth chart. Fast. And let's not forget names like Tonka Hemingway and J.J. Weaver, two defenders who could also slide into this rotation and make an early difference. The message is clear. This Raiders rookie class isn't just full of potential. It's full of players who are ready to compete right now. Let's start at the top, with Ashton Genty. This guy isn't just talented, he's different. At the NFL Combine, Genty posted one of the most impressive production scores among all running backs, ranking number 1 overall. His total Combine score placed him in the 95th percentile. That's elite company. But the numbers only tell part of the story. Genty has something rare: explosiveness, vision, and the ability to change a game in one play. And for a Raiders team that struggled so badly on offense last season, he could be exactly what they've been missing. Let's be honest. The Raiders' offense in 2024 was painful to watch. 29th in points per game, 29th in touchdowns per game, 30th in third down conversion rate, 29th in points per play, and the rushing stats were even worse. Dead last, 32nd, in yards per carry, 30th in total rush attempts, 32nd in rushing yards per game, 28th in rushing touchdowns. This wasn't just a struggling run game, it was one of the worst in the entire league. But here's the good news. That can change fast. And Genty might be the one to flip the switch. He's powerful between the tackles, fast on the edge, and tough to bring down in open space. He can also catch out of the backfield, which gives the Raiders something they've lacked: a true three-down back who can do it all. This Raiders offense doesn't need a superstar. It needs a spark. A player who can keep drives alive, move the chains, and keep the defense honest. That's what Genty brings. If the offensive line can hold its own and the quarterback play is steady, Genty has a real shot to put up serious numbers in his rookie season. Don't be surprised if he becomes the centerpiece of this new-look offense. The Raiders don't just need improvement, they need transformation. And Ashton Genty might be the first big step in that direction. Let's talk about something that could completely change how defenses line up against the Raiders this season: Ashton Genty's presence in the backfield. Imagine this. Raiders line up with a single running back and 3 wide receivers. Maybe it's Dante Thornton, Jakobi Meyers, and Trey Tucker out wide. Add in Brock Bowers or Michael Mayer at tight end. Looks simple, right? Now picture the defense. They're stacking the box, loading up, crowding the line, almost daring the quarterback to throw the ball. Why? Because they know Genty is back there, and they're scared of what he can do if he finds daylight. That's the power of having a dangerous runner, and it creates a huge advantage. See, when defenses crowd the box to stop the run, they usually go with a single high safety. That means fewer defenders covering the deep field. For the offense, this opens up one-on-one matchups, especially outside. And this is where it gets exciting. When you give someone like Dante Thornton a chance to win a 50-50 ball downfield, he's going to make you pay. When you leave Jakobi Meyers one-on-one, he'll find space and get open. And when your safeties are biting down, guys like Jack Beck or Brock Bowers can slip through seams and make big plays over the middle. All of this, it starts with Genty, because once defenses commit to stopping him, they expose their back end. And with a smart, experienced quarterback like Geno Smith now leading this offense, the Raiders can take full advantage of those mismatches. He knows how to read a defense, make the right decision, and get the ball to the open man. Genty's not just a runner, he's a chess piece. His ability to create yards after contact forces defenses to react. And when they adjust, the Raiders can strike through the air. This offense is becoming something we haven't seen in Vegas for a long time: unpredictable, creative, and dangerous. And it all begins with one player making defenses uncomfortable on every single snap. If defenses try to stack the box to slow down Ashton Genty, they're in trouble. And if they don't, the Raiders will run the ball right down their throats. Either way, this offense is built to make you pay. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Ashton Genty is not just expected to start, he's expected to lead. He'll be a central piece in this offense from the very first snap. But he's not the only rookie ready to shine. Dante Thornton is another name locked in as a potential day one starter. His speed and size make him a deep threat that can stretch defenses wide open. Then there's Jack Beck, a tough, physical receiver who might not start every game, but he's going to be heavily involved. He's the kind of player you can trust in key situations. On the offensive line, Charles Grant is proving to be extremely valuable. He can plug in wherever needed and has the tools to slide over to right tackle if the situation demands it. Caleb Rogers is another solid option. Maybe not flashy, but dependable and consistent. And don't sleep on the defense. Darian Porter is exactly the kind of cornerback the Raiders have been looking for. Long, fast, and smart in zone coverage. He's the perfect match for what Patrick Graham and Pete Carroll want to build on defense. A true Al Davis-style player, speed and aggression all in one. By the time Week 1 rolls around, this team could have 4 or 5 rookies in the starting lineup. That's not common. Most rookies around the league spend their first year developing quietly. But not this group. And the depth goes even further. Tonka Hemingway and J.J. Weaver could both be key rotational players on the defensive line, especially if Christian Wilkins misses time this year. These two bring power, motor, and physicality that fits perfectly into the Raiders' evolving front seven. Even Tommy Mellott could get some action in special packages or trick plays, given his quarterback background and versatility. And while Cam Miller may not play unless injuries happen, his potential still gives the team depth and insurance. Let's be clear, this is not a normal rookie class. The Raiders believe they've found something special, a group of players who are not just filling out the roster but elevating the entire team. A group that could help lead Las Vegas into a brand new era of football.